Angela, thanks so much for joining us today.
Yeah, sure.
Now, jumping right into it, can you give us a little bit more background on what Datto SaaS Protection is?
Yeah, sure. So Datto SaaS Protection is a backup product for SaaS applications, and Datto protects Office 365 and G Suite. So on the Office 365 side, that's Exchange Online, SharePoint Online, and OneDrive, and then on the Google side, that's Drive, Mail, and Team Sites.
Now, what would you say is the importance behind SaaS Protection?
Datto as a whole wants to protect business data wherever it lives, and increasingly we're seeing that massive market shift into SaaS applications. So already we know that 3 million businesses rely on G Suite to do some sort of like day-to-day management of their business. And Microsoft had thought that they were going to hit 100 million users of Office 365 by the end of 2017. But already in June, they had hit that number. So it's growing a lot faster than they had even anticipated. So us seeing that and knowing that end users across, manufacturing, legal, professional services are all moving to that space, we wanted to be able to give our partners a way to help manage the backup of that data.
Now, Angela, what would you say is new with Datto SaaS Protection?
So there's a lot happening on that front. Before we get into features, I know there was some massive reworking of the backend architecture for the product, particularly on the Office 365 side. And just in talking to a couple of partners so far, I knew that they were saying that they were really appreciative of the reliability of the product. So they know that data is being backed up consistently. They know that when they add new users, they'll also start being backed up automatically. So particularly around the restore and export times, they were just taking a really long time. And then also too, the search functionality was really slow as well. So trying to find that information that you need quickly just wasn't as possible with the existing architecture that was there. And the reason being for that was we were using a shared resource system where we had partners sharing resources of the product and the backup of information on one node. And we weren't doing that in a way that was making it easier for partners to use the product itself and making it a really quick experience. So that was sort of first order of business. So we've overhauled that, and we've made the system now is a little bit more localized. So each partner and their customers are operating on one node. So you're going to see a lot faster restore and export times and things like that. We also did add a couple of new features that are really cool. We now have point-in-time functionality in the Office 365 product, which we didn't have before. And so what each user is now getting is 3 daily snapshots of their entire system, from OneDrive to Exchange Online to SharePoint Online. And that's a really great feature because we, take into account all of the recent ransomware attacks and things like that. We knew that our partners or our customers, if they were ever going to get hit with something like that, would need some sort of feature to sort of go back in time before that infection occurs. And even too, if in the case of accidental deletion or just human error, which is always going to occur, you can go back in time to see before that happened, and you can see an entire snapshot of all of the files and how they were organized at that particular point in time. And that's across every user within your service.
Now, Angela, what would you say is on the roadmap for the next few months?
The first thing we're working on Office 365 is just getting multi-admin functionality in place because we do have partners that want to co-manage accounts with some of their customers. So that's sort of the number one thing we're looking at right now. Also, aside from even just all the improvements we're making to Office 365, we are getting the G Suite product on that 2.0 architecture. So a lot of the functionality and the improvements of the speed is going to be seen in the G Suite product coming soon. But in the meantime, on that front, we're working on a Team Drives beta. And I think Yvonne, who's our product manager for the product, he wanted to have that out by mid to late September. And we're looking for partners who want to help us test it out.
Angela, for partners who are interested in being a part of that beta, how can they reach out to you?
Yeah, they can reach out to me directly. My email is adiaco@datto.com. So if you're saying, you want to be a part of this, just write in the subject line, interested in Team Drives beta.
Now, Angela, this year at DattoCon, we talked a lot about the Datto SaaS Protection node. Can you give us just a little bit more details on that?
No, we're really excited about it. And it's really cool because what we've done with the 2.0 architecture has allowed us to sort of take that entire stack and now put it on a node that could, in theory, now live within your customers' servers. And the reason why we're coming up with, or the reasoning behind us coming out with this product was, as more and more industries are a little bit more hesitant to move into the cloud or to use these SaaS applications, we did want to make sure that they had sort of like a physical manifestation of that data on their servers, just so, added peace of mind. And then also too, in highly regulated industries, it just is like that added extra bit of protection.
So Angela, for partners who are interested more in SaaS protection, where should they go?
Yeah, I mean, your one-stop shop for all of that is probably going to be the partner portal. That has all the marketing collateral that you would probably need. If you do just want to learn more about the features and how the product works, you can check out a lot of the product info that's within that portal. But also too, I mean, just check out the website. I mean, the SaaS Protection has its own page within the Datto.com site, and you can look there just for new information, new content. You can keep up to date, even just looking through the resources page on Datto.com.
Thank you so
Stay
much. We
tuned.
really appreciate you being
Yeah,
on
no,
the show
thank you
today.
so much. Yeah, awesome. Take care.
You too.